Hey everybody, welcome back for another memory keeping plan with me. This time it is for the week of June 24th through the 30th, so finishing off the month of June with a Pride Month related kit. This was Pride from Cinderella paper. I honestly cannot remember the name of this kit. Sorry about that. This was a year or two ago's Pride art from Kitnish Jess. But yeah, I wanted to make sure I marked Pride Month at least one of the weeks in June, and this was the week that made the most sense, the last week of June. I also have some various blue foils from Plan With Me stickers and Planner Pixie Co. and Planna Hannah that I'm going to incorporate as well. And even though it wasn't a core color of the kit, I really liked bringing out some of the highlights of the art with that blue. One foil that came out, I think, this year that would be fantastic with this kit and what honestly I had hoped for. I think Planna Hannah recently came out with pastel rainbow, which would go perfectly with this art. The rainbow options when I bought this kit last year were just like your typical rainbow for the most part, so that's exciting to see a pastel rainbow. I also thought about purple hollow. I thought that would look really cool with this as well. But especially for my June kits, I was like sticking to my sticker budget still because I did have kits that worked for the themes of those weeks, so didn't end up ordering foil, but it just worked with what I got. So yeah, obviously these are leftovers from the kit from last year. I know there were like at least 3 different Pride art sets that got released this year and like 3 different Juneteenth art sets that looked great this year. I just kind of had to work with what I already had in my collection for June this year, but next year I'll have to check out some of the art sets that came out this year, pick some of those up for June of next year. That's usually how I roll. I'm usually like a year or 2 behind on the popular art, but I think that's fine because just because an art set is like a year or 2 old doesn't mean it's not still good. I do feel like in the planner community, we're always chasing like new, and like there has to be a new art set for every holiday every year. And it's like, what about the ones that already got released? Like personally, I have never been able to like use every single art set that ever came out every single year. There's just not enough weeks in the year. So I am grateful to kind of go back in time and use the quote unquote old art. I actually enjoy it a lot. There's also certain art sets that I've used like so many times, like year after year. I'm trying to pull one off the top of my head now. Like there's this one like beach set that I feel like I've used several times. I don't know who the artist is though, weirdly enough. Anyway, I am using this voiceover as a distraction from real life because I feel like I've had to be an adult like way too much this summer, and you're like, Jessica, you're 32. Yeah, welcome to adulthood. You've been here for a while. I know. I'm just dealing with like multiple situations right now that like I don't know what to do, and they're potentially going to cost us a lot of money. And I just don't want to deal with it anymore, you know? And I can't talk about a few of them because it's kind of privacy reasons, but one of them is my stupid car. I'm trying to get it smogged, and the stupid computer inside the stupid car, I guess, doesn't want to cooperate. And I'm like, can you just do your one job, please? Anyway, we'll talk more about that when we get there. I'm going to read off the quotes that I've got over here. The one in the upper left-hand corner says, "All I have is myself at the end of the day, and all I want is for that to be okay." And then the quote on Saturday says, "Let your soul shine." I thought that brought out the blue in that person's hair really well. And then I cut up that tall box overlay and put the other one on Tuesday, the other half of it on Tuesday. And then I had this "I'm trying" kind of half box sticker as well. So I just used it as an overlay and I think it worked out well. So that was all of the foil that I ended up using, very minimal. And that will do it for the base of this week. So yeah, basically I started this week in San Diego. I drove back home up to Sacramento, had to take Clover to the vet. That's another very like grown-up situation I'm continuously dealing with. So I'm just getting sort of the one that I want to manage the most is Clover because I adore my kitten and she is my little baby cat and I love her and I want the best for her. So I will keep dealing with that. But managing her healthcare is a lot. and she is never going to be able to do it on her own, right? So I have to be the human grown-up in that situation. And yeah, that's part of my stress lately. And then not to mention, like, the world just, I don't even know what the heck is going on. I feel like ever since Clover got sick in October, that's when things have in the world in general have really like come to a head, and I just have not, I've been like paying attention but also not capable of like doing anything about it, which I don't think a lot of us are, honestly, unless we're actually involved in those situations. But yeah, I've really had to focus this last year on just like protecting my own, and it's, I don't know how to feel about that. I feel really lost and sad, and then also I'm just like, I can't do more than I'm already doing, and then something else happens, whether it's in my personal life or in the world at large, and I'm just like, I can't deal with this anymore, you know? But I try to bring myself back down to earth. I try to remember all the things I was talking about with my therapist for the last like 6 months, and I try to be productive or move forward, at least proactive. Maybe not productive, maybe proactive. I don't know where we're going with this. I am sorry. Apparently I just needed to get that off my chest. I know that's so vague, but there's just a lot going on lately. And things just keep popping up, and I'm just like, stop. Can we just not do this right now, please? Anyway, moving on to the sidebar, I've got a habit tracker for spending some time outside each day. And then the this week header is for my dinners sidebar. And then I'm going to put in some washi, and I'm going to put in this Sugar Pop Fizz sticker of a cat mermaid that says, I want to be where the people aren't. Because that's kind of how I felt this weekend that you'll see here. We'll talk about why. It was like a stay-at-home weekend. We decided to just stay home, take care of our own stuff. I had to kind of decompress from being away for the last weekend, so kind of made sense. I just wanted to not be around people much this weekend other than my husband. We are trying to like carve out space for ourselves lately. It feels like there's a lot of like obligations to other people right now, and hopefully we can like have some space for ourselves soon. So we're going to get into the day by day finally. So Monday, week 5 of Clover's medical observation was complete. So I'm going to mark that with a little cat from Itty Bitty Sticker Co. eventually, if we get there. And then I was, like I said, in San Diego still. I was at my sister's house. And so I got up pretty early to leave. I actually got woken up at like 4 because one of my sisters had to drive my other sister to the airport because she didn't want to drive home with me. That's fine. But yeah, I got up a couple hours later and started the day with Starbucks and going to the gas station. I don't normally go to Starbucks, but it was the most convenient option. So I just got my iced coffee through the drive-thru and left. So that icon is from Planet Hannah in that blue foil. I think it's called Blue Waterfall. I don't know if she has it in her actual shop right now. I know other people do and call it Blue Waterfall. I don't know what she calls it. She's got a lot of foil colors, so I never have any clue what any of them are called. Anyway, then I started driving. I actually drove for like a long time because I just wanted to leave all of this Southern California traffic behind me. So I drove like 4 or 5 hours to get through all of San Diego, all of Orange County, all of Los Angeles. I'm like, bye, I'm leaving, goodbye. So the first stop was at Tejon Ranch, which was after the Grapevine. Yeah, I did the Grapevine too. I was just like, I just don't feel like stopping. Like, let's just push through. I was a little miserable by the time I finally stopped, but it was just better to push through. I'm like, I don't want to deal with Southern California anymore. So that gas pump is from Planting Roses. And then I stopped at Starbucks again, I think in Kettleman City, to get lunch because I just wasn't feeling like fast food options. It was like 105 out, lovely, in the Central Valley. And so the script is from Leonard Designs, and the character with the lunch bag is from Oh Hello. And then the rest of my drive was weird. Like when I went north of Kettleman City, it actually started raining. There was like a thunderstorm or something. So that was weird because it was really hot in one part of the valley and then raining in another part. very odd. But eventually I got home and I was reunited with both of my cats, so that character is from Beneva Creations. And then I put in a You Are Enough heart from Carly Plans because I got a bunch of mail about a situation I really don't feel like talking about right now. But I was just stressed about that. Like literally came home from a trip and had a bunch of garbage in my mailbox. And I'm like, I don't want to deal with this right now. Weighed Clover that night. The scale was from Cinderella paper. And then watched Great American Baking Show on Roku. So I used these donuts that I had from a really old Oh Hello sheet. Tuesday, mostly focused on taking Clover to the vet. So my husband had been in communication with our Colorado vet over the weekend, and then he called our local vet on Monday to schedule an appointment, and then I took her to the appointment on Tuesday because I was the one who was available. So before all of that, I voiced over a plan with me. I gave Clover gabapentin because she needs it before she goes to the vet, and then I actually took her to the vet. And basically, what we talked about was the wheezing that she'd been doing kind of every other day the week before. She examined her, listened to her heart and lungs, said it sounded pretty normal, so she wasn't too worried about it. But if we wanted to, we could do an x-ray, but she didn't necessarily like require it or recommend it that day, just to keep an eye on her. We did end up taking her back 2 weeks later to do the x-ray and found some mild lung inflammation. So that's where we're at now. But as of this appointment, everything seemed like really normal. It wasn't too concerning. It was just that it kept happening, and so we decided to do the x-ray later. I recorded her weight from that vet appointment, which was different than the weight I got the day before because we just have like a little human baby scale that we use to weigh our cats. Not the most accurate thing. And then I watched more Great American Baking Show. I'm tapping my fingers there a lot because I'm like, what am I doing? Wednesday, the first thing I marked is that I had cramps. So that all the cat stickers are from Itty Bitty Sticker Co. I feel like I don't need to tell you that. Well, then I say that, and then the next cat sticker I put down is from a different shop. It's from Beneva Creations. Clover had a little bit of a wheezing fit this morning, so that was a bit concerning after literally just going to the vet. Then I did a workout, so I'm going to have a dinosaur sticker from Beneva Creations. And then because Clover was wheezing and also because it's June and my air purifier has like a 12-month filter that I think the last time I changed it was in June, I went around changing the filter in the air purifier, and then my husband changed the filter on our air conditioner, like our HVAC. So we were hoping that would help a little bit. So I'm going to mark that with a sticker from Itty Bitty Sticker Co. I was filming my July planner kit lineup and my monthly. I'm going to tell you now the July lineup that I posted. I think only like one of the weeks is going to be accurate anymore. I ended up switching things up a lot because after I filmed that is when people like set their plans with us, because at the beginning of the month, I had no idea what we were doing. So that lineup is defunct at this point. Sorry about that. Then I was going around cleaning all of our rugs. I think I've mentioned this before. I have like this rug combing tool to get all the cat fur out of the rugs, because after a while it starts to make your rugs look really like dingy. So I was just doing that. And then I played with both of the cats and watched more Great American Baking Show. So I don't usually get to use stickers like the one I just posted there with the brush and the pail. So I didn't have a pail for cleaning the rugs, but I felt like that it matched the weekly spread. I wanted to bring in little highlights of orange in addition to the colors in the kit, just to make it kind of more of a complete rainbow. And then that cat is from Beneva Creations for playing with both of the cats, and the donut is going to be from Oh Hello Co. And yes, I did try to match my nails to this week. My nails don't always match the weeks that I am planning, but I wanted to make sure to have these kind of neon pastel rainbow nails on for this week. Those are from Impress, which I like Impress nails and I don't at the same time. If you use there's like a cloth with, I think, like nail polish remover on them. If you use the prep pad that they give you with the nails in the box, like they stay on for a long time. Every subsequent use of them though, it doesn't really work. Like I try to apply nail polish remover before putting them on and it never quite sticks the same. I don't know what's in the little wipe that they give you in the nails. Anyway, moving on to Thursday. My husband was working from home, so those glasses are from Sugar Pop Fizz. Then I finally unpacked. I was really lazy the last few days because I got home late Monday and then had to take Clover to the vet, and then just had a bunch of other stuff going on. So I finally unpacked all my stuff from the trip this day. So that luggage sticker is from Cinderella paper, and then I was editing a bunch of YouTube videos. That's from Itty Bitty Sticker Co. And I applied to a community college teaching pool this day, so I'm gonna have a resume sticker from Itty Bitty Sticker Co. Finally cleaned my engagement ring and my wedding band after like a long time of not doing that, so I'm gonna mark that with a ring sticker from Itty Bitty Sticker Co. And then I played with both of the cats again. So that's going to be from Beneva Creations. And I did laundry? I don't know why. I guess because I wasn't home on Monday, which is normally my laundry day. So I have this really old like rainbow laundry icon from, I have no idea where. I think it was in a freebie grab bag at like PlannerCon or something. But I figured what better week to use like a pastel rainbow sticker than this week. So there you go. And then I started watching the original season of Great British Bake Off on Roku, which I had never seen before because it was never on Netflix. And the structure of the show is fairly different in the original season, so that was fun to watch. Friday, I marked that I was just really grumpy with the Beneva Creations girl, and then my husband was working from home again, so that's also from Sugar Pop Biz. Then I was reading our New Zealand travel guide, so I have a little book icon from Oh Hello Co. I saw some bad news posted from someone in the planner community, but I'm not going to go into it because it's their personal information, but it made me kind of sad, so I put in another Beneva Creations emoji for that. I think this kind of goes along with what I was talking about earlier. Like, there's so many things going on in the world in general, and then there's just like not good stuff going on in all of our personal lives too. So I am doing okay. Like, in the scheme of things are fine right now. It's just like all these annoying things keep popping up, and I am still worried about Clover because we're still really closely watching her for her health to make sure she doesn't relapse again. But other than that, like, everything I'm complaining about is like small potatoes compared to some stuff. So all of that to say, if you are having a hard time right now, I totally feel you. And if you do want to talk about it, feel free to DM me on Instagram. I am here to support you if you support my channel and if you need somebody to talk to. I put on my first press-on nails since Clover got sick back in October. I was not doing press-ons for a while because I was giving her medication, pills, and it was very hard to handle that with nails on. So I got to finally put on nails this day. So those are the ones that you see here in this video, the press-on nail stickers from Carly Plans. My husband and I both took COVID tests this day because I think someone at his work had it. So we just wanted to make sure, but we were negative. So I used a Dr. Molly for that. And then we went to this vegan restaurant that I was really looking forward to, and then turned out to not be very good. I'm not vegan, but I try to eat more plant-based when I can, and also I just like certain vegan foods, but this place's vegan burgers were not good, which is a shame because I've had ones that are really good. And they were kind of expensive too, so that sucked. Anyway, we were taking care of our neighbor's dog this weekend as well. So we walked him, and then we actually brought him on our back patio. Our cats were not happy about it. Like, our elder cat refused to look out the window. She like knew there was a dog there and was just like, absolutely not. I'm not looking at him. I'm like, okay, I respect that. So we didn't do that again, but we thought it would be cute to bring him on our back patio just because it's our neighbors who live upstairs of us and they don't have like a patio they can just let him like run on. So we thought we'd introduce him to that. He had a good time. Our cat did not. I don't think Clover cared. Evie cared. And then I played Civilization 6 with my husband on the Switch. So I think that icon is from Scribble Prince Co. Saturday, I had to clean up all of our camping gear because basically it was so hot on our camping trip that we didn't like properly wash it while we were at the campground. So I just cleaned it all up and put it away this day. And then I was editing more YouTube videos, and this was the day I finally finished reading our New Zealand travel guide. So that was cool. I've been reading that for like off and on for so long, trying to plan this trip, and I finally got through all of the information available there. I do like getting physical books of travel guides, like obviously close to being timely to when you're gonna go. It just like, it helps me decompress to actually read it on paper instead of having to go online and read more websites. It's a better way for me to do research for a trip. I trimmed my hair, because I needed to do that. So that's when Carly plans. And then I went on a huge rant about the 2024 election this day, y'all. I think this was the week that the debate happened, and I chose not to watch it or not pay attention to it because I'm just like, people are going to talk about it anyway. I'll find out about it then. I'm not going to get into it here. But I was just, again, like, it's been hard for me to pay attention to national and global events this last year because I've just been dealing with basically our own family crisis. So then when I finally do catch up on what's going on, I'm like, what? So anyway, the bag over the head girl is from Beneva Creations. And then we walked our neighbor's dog again, and I started watching the second season of Great British Bake Off, which I had also never seen. Sunday, kept it really simple. My husband and I had a little budget meeting to talk about like how things went in June and where we're going in July. So I have a Fox and Cactus Girl for that. And then I close out on paper the June budget because I use the Budget Mom system. So there's a bunch of worksheets you do at the end of the month. It gives me peace of mind. So I like to do that. And then I filmed a plan with me and watched more of the season 2 of Great British Bake Off. Last thing I'm going to mark on Sunday is that we started feeding Clover more wet food because she seemed to, I'm not going to get into the details of this, but it seemed like maybe she just needed more wet food based on some symptoms that we were observing. So just wanted to make sure that she was staying hydrated. So the stickers at the end of Sunday are like really old, except for the one I used to mark feeding Clover more wet food, which is going to be from Itty Bitty Sticker Co. And that is the week. Kept it pretty simple this week. It was starting to get very, very hot this week, I think. Maybe it's not till the next week. This might have been the last, like, nice weather. Excuse me. I'm drinking coffee while I'm filming this. But yeah, that's how it turned out before the pen. I'm going to show you what is left of the kit. I think this would also look really good color blocked. I think I said that last year when I used this kit initially. Wow, I barely used like any little things. I still have a ton of those left over. But yeah, thanks so much for watching. Again, if you are going through it right now, I kind of hear you. I can at least sympathize. I can't always like say I know exactly what people are going through because I have not lived every single experience, but life's hard. I get it. So if you need to talk, let me know. That's the finished spread. Finished spread. Wow, language. Thanks so much for watching again, and I will talk to you in the next one. Bye.